Hello, my name is KB Manzini. Today will be showcasing how my Omni-Car works. It has a longer name, Omnidirectional Robot Car, but Omni-Car is the shortened name for it. So this is a video of how it works using this ultrasound sensor at the top at the front there. It detects obstacles that are in front of it, and it scans its surroundings once it detects an obstacle, and then it goes in the other direction. So as you can see it detects a obstacle right there, and it scans around it, and then it moves in the other direction. So kind of how okay, so at this point of the video, I wanted to showcase how it reads multiple surroundings at the same time. So you'll see it go in like multiple directions after stopping, and it can scan different sides. So it can scan left, diagonal left, middle, diagonal right, and right. And so using that, it'll determine if it's in a corner. So you'll see me use my hand. Yeah, you'll see me use my hand to make a corner and show it and show that there you go. And show that it recognizes when it's stuck in a corner and it turns the other way. So that's basically how it works. Obviously, there are some flaws with like the build of the car. You can see that the echo sensor isn't as low as the car's lowest point. So if there are short obstacles, then it won't be able to see them. But you know that's just one of the many problems that I came across. I failed with the. So if I go back a couple seconds here, you'll see this thing with the green LED light. That is a sensor that senses a black tape on a white surface, and it follows the tape. So it's a line following sensor basically, and I couldn't get that to work. It was weird. I plugged it into all the right ports using the wiring, and the lights would start detecting when it wasn't like above the white tape. It was just detecting anything, and then using that as like inputs to go forward, and so it was weird. The sensors were weird. I couldn't get it to work. It was annoying. And a problem that I came across was how the car works. You may be wondering, oh, he has a controller in his hand, or he's using his phone to give it instructions. I'm actually not. What I did was I coded it here in Arduino, and when I upload this code, I plug I plug my computer into the car, and so I plugged it into the car, and I uploaded the code to the car, and the car would store the code, and then once it stored the code, it ran the code, and so this is it running the code over and over, and it's basically it's kind of like an if statement with Python code. So if there's an obstacle in front of me, then I'm scan around me, and if there's an obstacle to my front and to my left, then I'm gonna turn right, and go forward indefinitely until there's another obstacle in front of me. So that's basically how the car works. What I learned a lot about wiring and pins, and connecting the 5 voltage to the PWM, and it's just if you get any of the wiring wrong, it won't work. Period. So I had to get wiring from the motors to power the wheels, to the board, and from the servo to the board, from the echo sensor to the board, from the line follower to the board, from the board to the board, and it was a lot of work. And the wiring is it looks kind of messy. It's kind of complicated, but I learned a lot about that. I learned about circuits. I learned about Arduino and coding in Arduino, and but it was a really fun experience. It took me a week to get to the first iteration, which was just a movement test. So it demonstrates it crab walking, and going forward and diagonal because that's how the Omni wheels work. It makes it so that it can maneuver without like turning the wheels. It just like moves the car. So like the wheels don't turn to the left or to the right. They just rotate in different directions. And yeah, that's my car. That's my Omni car, and I'm very proud of it. But after the week, because I had to present it for Innovation Day, and it was like a week before Innovation Day. He was like, "Hey, you want to do this car?" My teacher. It's like, "Hey, you want to do this car?" Because we had an idea of having a RC car with a sensor that sensed obstacles. He's like, "Hey, you want to build this thing? Here, here's the stuff that you need. You have a week." And we're like, "Okay." Put it together in a week. Got the test to go, and I kind of got to the option object detection to go last minute, but like it was very primitive coding. This is like refined code. This is better. It works better. At first, it would just go in a circle, and if there was anything obstructing the circle, it would turn, go back, and then keep going in a circle. So it was very primitive, but this is the updated code. It's very cool. I'm very proud of my creation. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.